What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a six-man blitz episode. We got our NBA analyst with us today, Mr. Ryan Wynn. How you doing today, man?
Hey, I'm always doing good whenever y'all got me on the pod, man. So I'm excited to get going.
Yes, sir. He's been ready. At Crosstown, he was, spitting a little game about it.
Right. Getting us
Yeah,
right, getting us educated.
I'm saying just a little something, something.
Basketball analyst.
I've been locked in. I've been locked in, ready to go.
Okay. Well, let's find out.
All right, now let's start off with the games that are happening tonight. Lakers, your Lakers against the Pelicans. There's been some debate. Yeah, I think Pelicans should drop this game to the Lakers. Let them go play Denver. What's your take on that?
I mean, all of us have played sports before, man. When you step in between the lines, man, you always trying to win. You're never trying to lose. However,
Right.
however,
Right.
if you do lose tonight, I mean, as long as you clean it up on, I think it's Friday, then you good because no one wants to play Denver in the first round. But I don't see the Lakers losing tonight. They know what's at stake. They got playoff experience. They've been tapping the Pelicans' ass all year. I think their average win margin versus the Pelicans this year is like 14 points or something like that. So no games have really even been close in the win. So I think they'll go ahead and take care of business tonight pretty easily. I say they win by about 8, 9 points tonight. Take the
Yeah,
spread.
and it really comes down to like Anthony Davis. I think he's questionable. Obviously, being one of these two teams, I like OKC a little more. I like playing them, the young squad, the youngest first seed ever. I like that opportunity, but Lakers versus Denver, I can't overlook that being a fantastic series. I think the last year it was a sweep, but it was a competitive sweep. We talked about that. You're like, what the hell is a competitive sweep last year? We
How does
talked
that
about,
mean? What does
Come
that
on, man.
mean?
but every game was close. Every game was close.
People act like the Lakers last year didn't really compete with them. Like outside of one game it was kind of like a blowout. The other three games was close. Like one of them was one possession. The other one, the Lakers were up with like 3, 4 minutes left, and they wound up choking that lead away. The last game, LeBron had like 30 in the first half. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. He had 30 in the first half, finished with like 38
Yeah.
or something like that. He kind of ran out of gas in that game. And when you're down 3, it really doesn't matter. But I love to see them in the first round. I think the Lakers will take care of their ass this year. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. 6 games. Lakers in 6.
6 games.
So,
And I think we hinted on the Pelicans' performance against the Lakers. The Lakers have shown us nothing. I think it's 8 games. They not even been like they scoring margin is couldn't be further apart between the two of them.
are you wait when you say are you basically saying the Lakers aren't like that? Is that what you're implying?
Compare playing Denver, they haven't won
Yep.
in 2 years.
Right. And they haven't won. But to put a little bit into perspective for y'all, if the Lakers had the same record that they got today, last year, they would have been the 4th seed last year instead of a playing team. The Lakers are playing
The
better
West
this
has
year
been
than they
competitive.
did
Yeah.
last year, and they're now the 8th seed. I'm telling you right
Especially
now.
down the stretch.
And keep in mind, don't forget about that. LeBron was hurt last year. He was hurt playing in those playoffs.
Oh yeah.
Remember, he hurt his ankle during the Mavs series. Said he was gonna have ankle surgery, all that bullshit. You know, he'd be talking crazy, but the Lakers gonna take care of their ass this year, bro. Like they're not worried about them, bro. The way D'Angelo Russell's been hooping, Rui Hachimura, excuse me, he's been filling that starting lineup role like to perfection on both sides of the floor. You already know what AD and LeBron bring to the table whenever they step on the court. So yeah, I have no doubt that the Lakers gonna beat their ass in 6 games. No doubt.
6 games. Okay. It's
Damn.
gonna be a good series, I think. And the Lakers,
So in the last 8, they wasn't able to get close, but the next 6, they got that shit on lock.
the thing is, the Lakers now, though, I feel like if you are going to compete for a title, compete for a championship this year, go get Denver now. You did the opportunity.
Yeah.
You beat them right now, especially when they're hot right now and how they've been looking lately. LeBron putting up prime Magic numbers. What he have, like 17 assists against the Pelicans, 30 triple double.
I mean, what
Well,
else?
I think the Pelicans and the Nuggets are different beasts, though. You know what I'm saying?
Without
But
question.
to
Without-
flip it, though, the Pelicans, I don't think Zion can do what he does best against the Lakers just because of how big they are.
And
Yeah.
LeBron
And he
guarding
didn't
his
even
ass, too.
try last Sunday. Like it was pathetic.
Yeah.
you got arguably the grownest man. I mean, we know he's the oldest in the league, but arguably he's the grownest. When I'm
Yeah,
talking
you're
about,
not gonna be throwing your
you're not gonna
folder
bully
into
him. You're
LeBron
not
and shit.
bullying LeBron. So
Right.
Zion trying to do bully ball. Not only is LeBron guarding him and
Or AD,
not going for
really.
that shit, you also got Anthony Davis behind you who's gonna clean all that shit up. So the only way that they have a chance is if CJ McCollum get off. He gonna have to go off for like 28 to 30 points, and then Brandon Ingram gonna have to sprinkle another 20 to 25 points. It's the only way they
Yeah.
really got a chance. If Zion is your
Yeah.
go-to, it's not gonna work because he can't shoot, and you're not gonna bully LeBron and AD. So you're gonna have to find another route to win the game.
Right.
And it looks like, yeah, I think if I had to bet on it, I think we know, yeah, the Lakers are probably going to win this game. But what do you think about Pelicans' chance against the Kings or the Warriors? Do you think they could get in and face OKC?
Absolutely, but I don't think I don't outside of Pelican fans. I don't think anybody else, including the NBA, want to see the Pelicans as the eighth seed. Who is going to watch OKC versus Pelicans? I might watch it just because it might not be nothing to watch, but no one's tuning into that, right? So I think the league, the referees, will side with the Warriors and try to get the Warriors in as much as they can. You know, Draymond is in the same ballpark of physicality as LeBron when it comes to grown ass man. He's not gonna let Zion bully him, and that's me speaking a little ahead of myself, thinking the Warriors gonna win tonight. But even if the Kings win, I think both Kings and Warriors take care of the Pelicans at their crib.
Damn.
Yeah.
At the Smoothie King Center? At the blender? That's what Bruce I was calling it today.
The Smoothie King.
And I think the Pelicans, though, yeah, it's just the moment's getting too bright for them, and especially against the Lakers when you need an opportunity to show up. Zion didn't show up. Bi is coming off injury, so I give him some slack.
Yeah.
But CJ
Like,
McCollum, it took him a minute to get things going, but
two
he was your best option, and he still had like 15 with not barely 20. He didn't have that much.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. It's really hard when the best two players on the court are on the same team. So
Yeah, that's true.
Lakers Pelicans, even if the Lakers play the Kings or the Warriors, whoever, even if they lost tonight, they're still gonna have the best two players on the court the next game. So it's like more than likely
Right.
the Lakers are going to the playoffs. Like no one's worried or concerned about them not making it. In my opinion. They'll be
So, what do you think about the Eastern Conference play-in? The Sixers versus the Heat. Now,
Yeah.
playoff Jimmy, or is this a different year for the Sixers with the new head coach Joel Embiid? They have a deeper team this year, I think. What are your thoughts on this game?
Man, the East is boring for one. Definitely not as fun. For
Very
two,
boring.
I think that playoff Jimmy has subsided, and I think that he needs a little bit more help. He needs to be the number two option, not one anymore. Those days are behind him, as you can see what he's done this year thus far, and even being available on the court. I think Sixers take care of business, and I'm a little surprised that Tom Thibodeau went for the win versus the Bulls the other day when they have to play the Sixers in the first round because I really think the Sixers could get out the first round versus New York with a
Yeah,
healthy
I think the
Embiid.
Sixers could beat the Knicks too.
Yeah, they can beat
And
anybody.
what's the status update on Embiid's health?
Oh,
Oh, he's been playing. He dropped 37 the other
Oh,
night.
so he's good to
locked
go.
and loaded. He ready to go. They rested him last game, but yeah, Embiid will play. He gonna wreak havoc on them, and there's nothing that they can really do about it. Which is again why the Bulls was playing really well against the Knicks. When the Milwaukee Bucks lost, Tom Thibodeau should have been like, all right, let's go ahead and rest our guys or whatever. But like I said, competitive. You know how Tibbs is. He wanted to go for the win, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
he coached
I
the Bulls.
I don't
He ain't going for
he
that
ain't trying to
shit.
hear that. Yeah.
When Embiid was healthy throughout the regular season, the Philadelphia 76ers were a 3 seed. Knicks were like 4 or 5 seed. So like they literally were playing some really good ball before he
Right.
got hurt. And I'm gonna make a bold prediction and say the Bulls make the playoffs this year. A seed. I mean, they gonna get their
Yeah, we gotta
they
make a
gonna get their
game
ass
then,
swept.
And
They
then
gonna
we
get
go
their
get clapped.
baby.
I mean, they might get one game versus Boston, but that's my bold
Boy,
prediction
we
for it.
get to see Boston in the playoffs in Chicago. Like
Yeah, still excited.
it's still the pageantry of that. Like you still gonna want to see that. You
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
what
the
I'm
Bulls
saying?
have been playing like they've been playing playoff basketball all season because they've had to. You got to remember when the season started, they were like 10 games under 500.
DeRozan so ass.
Oh yeah, he's old school, man. Mid range, post ups, all that
That mid
crap.
range was not going in against the Knicks though. he had ample opportunities to end that motherfucker. He blink.
He get to that free throw line though. He knocked down 85% or 88% of them. So like
Yeah,
I
he's
think the
still
Bulls
solid.
at home. I think the Bulls take care of them, and then I think the Bulls take care of the in South
Ooh,
Beach.
that's a bold
Yeah.
prediction.
We
We
gotta
should
wait
have beat
two
them last year in
go
the
two and
play-in.
0 in the
We should have
plan.
beat them last year,
Yeah, we should have.
and
They caught fire, right?
and then they went to the NBA Finals. So
Yeah.
They're gonna play Boston in the first round. They're not getting out of the first round this year. I don't think the Cinderella story, the March Madness type of story that the Heat have been putting up the last couple of times in the last 3 or 4 years. I think that crap's over this year. Um, yeah, I don't
Mm.
really think they stand a chance versus Boston or even New York. I mean, New York, I just feel like is a team that could be beat by anybody. But the way that boy Brunson playing, shit, he
he
could
got a
take
He
any.
gonna
chance.
get 40.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
hooping,
He
man.
gonna get his
it's
for
gonna be seven
sure.
games. But you said the East was weak, right? The East was
Yeah,
weak, but I think Miami versus Boston, New York and Philly, those are two really interesting series, I think. And Indiana and Milwaukee with Giannis, could miss some time in that series. Indiana could get the upset. There are gonna
yeah.
be some interesting series in the East. Very interesting.
Indiana could get the upset with Giannis playing. That's how weak the East is.
Yeah.
I mean, and
Damn.
that's no
Yeah,
knock on
they're
Indiana.
4-1 against the Bucks.
Yeah, exactly. Like they was whooping the Bucks ass when Giannis was playing. Giannis had like 50 on them and they still lost. Like the Pacers, their
Damn.
pace of play is so fast. Like they play so fast and they shooting the first shot available. They're averaging the most points in the league per game for a reason. Like they can score easily. It's really the defensive end where they kind of lose some of those games for the most part. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of upsets in the East and shit the West too. The bottom of the West damn near better than the top of the West. If we're gonna keep
Oh,
it
no
Yes.
question. It's more
more experience.
playoff experience at the
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah.
Like you don't think the Suns
So
could beat the
let's
Timberwolves?
get into
Yeah, they can.
the Suns.
Now I
Oh
was
yeah,
just
for
saying,
Yeah.
like
sure.
the Suns are 6, Wolves are 3. You don't think the Suns could beat them? Like I think they can easily.
I don't. I think the Suns are overrated, and they always gonna be overrated, and they're never gonna. I
I
don't even
think they
see
could
them
beat the
making it
Suns.
out
I
the
could think they
second
could beat the
round.
Timberwolves. Second
Overrated,
The
round.
maybe.
Timberwolves are a team. The Suns,
Yeah,
they just be
I agree. But whenever you have the best two players on the court,
true.
you can get it done. And three, damn near, arguably
But
three of the top four on one team. Like Ant
yeah,
Edwards,
you're right. You're right.
he's obviously I don't think Ant's better than KD or Devin Booker, but to teach his own. Everybody has their own
Mhm.
opinion. However, so KD to me, KD and Booker are the best two players in that series. Then Ant is the third best, and I take Brad Bill as the fourth best. So
Right.
you got three of the top four on one
Right.
team. Like it's gonna be hard to lose that
Yeah.
series, especially when they play small. Move KD to the 5. That's gonna shake some stuff up in that series.
And Rudy Gobert is damn near unplayable in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be put on the
Well,
island and embarrassed
yeah, you
again.
want to talk overrated? That's one overrated ass nigga. Like,
No,
how
you're
was he
right. You're
defensive player
right.
of the year? In my opinion, Wimby is the defensive player of the year. There's nobody
Oh,
close.
Yeah.
no
Like,
question.
I get it. He's
There's
on a
no
bad
question.
team and they had like the worst record, but damn, that's an individual stat. That's not a team. That's not a team
Mhm.
trophy. That's an individual trophy. That nigga was getting 4 blocks a
Right.
game, easy.
And they just going to look at the Spurs record and be like, you can't be Defensive Player of the Year, and your team's the worst team in the
Well,
NBA.
he's probably gonna get every award for like
Yeah.
after next year, like all the
Yeah,
motherfuckers. So they like,
defensive
we'll
player
give
of
it
the
to
year,
you 2 years from now,
MVP.
nigga.
Wimby is
Nigga
going.
gonna average 10 blocks and shit.
Wimby is different. He
He
is
gonna
different.
average a quadruple double.
Damn near
Yeah.
could.
So with the Suns Timberwolves series, how many games do you think that's going, and who are you picking?
I would say that series might go 7. And if I had to
And
choose,
Edwards gonna hoop, bro.
It's
yeah,
gonna be an
it's going to be a
interesting
very
series.
high scoring series. I know the Timberwolves got some defense, but you can't guard. It's hard to guard in the NBA today. Muggs putting up 120
Oh yeah.
regardless of how good your defense is. We see it with the Clippers and all other types of teams. Um, if I had to put my bread down, I would probably say the Suns in 7. And the Suns will be meeting the Lakers in the second round. That would be my prediction.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see KD in the playoffs late, but I just can't see it. I think it goes 6,
Ooh,
and
you got Wolves in
and
6.
Minnesota finds a way to put it together.
That'd be
Nah,
dope for
I mean,
Minneapolis.
yeah,
I'd be happy to see that for them because
yeah,
they had some terrible
yeah.
luck. Every
Minnesota goes crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah,
It would be a
but yeah,
good look. Yeah,
That's
for
an
sure.
underrated basketball town.
Yeah. I mean, you saw
It's
how they
too cold
acted
to do
when
anything else,
Pat
but
Beverly and they
do
won the
play indoor
play-in.
sports.
damn, he was jumping on
Yeah.
the table, throwing stuff. You'd have thought they won the chip the way he
He
was
was
on the table.
crying.
Man, nigga, you would have thought he was about to go hug the trophy and shit.
Man, I thought they was going to bring the
Now,
Larry
so
Brown. Yeah,
yeah,
Right,
go ahead.
confetti and
how he
shit.
was acting. But what do you think about the OKC Thunder as the number one seed? You think they can make it to the second round? I mean, Shannon Sharp was saying that they were the worst first seed we've seen in a while.
I would agree with Shannon and say that they're the worst first seed that I've seen since maybe LeBron was in the East when like the Hawks and all of those teams
Damn.
was a top seed.
Hawks was a
Um,
trap. The Pacers were a first seed at one point.
Yeah.
Trash.
Pacers,
Rudy
Raptors,
Gobert.
remember the Raptors,
I mean,
or maybe LeBron was just that good where he just made them look bad in the playoff. I don't know because he was
the
sweeping all
Raptors
that.
were a one seed at that one point.
They were
Yeah,
one seed
sweeping the
multiple
ass.
years. But I would say that depending on the matchup, they probably would get bounced, man. If they only because they have
Yeah,
no interior size. Chet's tall as hell. Don't get me wrong, but he don't got no beef on him. Like
girth to
he's
him.
skinny. Let's say the Kings,
Right.
Mhm.
beat the Warriors and beat the Pelicans or whoever, and the Kings are the eighth seed. Um, you don't think
I
Sabonis
think
gonna
they
have
beat
his way
them.
with
I
Chet?
think,
And then who's coming off the
yeah.
bench to help Chet out? Like they have nobody. And then let's say the Lakers lose tonight and win next game.
Bismack Biombo.
Could he kill Chet? Like that's gonna be their downfall. Like the size, they have no interior size at all. Young, no playoff experience. They don't know what to do down. Let's say they're down 3-2. They don't know how to. They have no experience to say we've been in this situation before. We need to do this, and that. They don't have that. Where the older guys have that advantage during the playoffs. So I think that they'll get bounced if they play the Warriors or Kings. If they play Pelicans, I think they'll beat the Pelicans. Though Pelicans don't got that size.
Yeah, I think Jalen Williams, SGA. I think just the year they've had, they have some dudes, but they're just wet behind the ear, like people say.
Yeah. And there's
So
always that young team that just competes
similar.
82 games every year like
Yeah,
Memphis did last year.
And the
And
Magic this
was
year.
it? Yeah, Memphis.
yeah, the Magic where it's like we young, dumb, and full of cum. We going hard every day. And like the Lakers are the extreme other end of the spectrum where we just got to get hot down the stretch.
Yeah, in the playoffs,
It's gonna be
these
interesting.
coaches are gonna make other people beat you. Like, you think they're gonna let SGA
Yeah,
go off
it's
for
you
35
exploit
like
your
1-on-1?
weaknesses are exploited.
No, like SGA is gonna have to become a passer in the playoffs and have to do some stuff that he probably hasn't done really in his career, and more so facilitating rather than going to get a bucket the whole game. So we'll definitely see some different stuff like that. No matter who they play. Lou
Right.
Dort, you're gonna
Yeah,
have to be like that.
I
Him
think
and
it's gonna be
Giddey.
interesting.
His game so weak.
Who's
Lou
this?
Dort.
Dort.
Lou Dort. I
Fucking
mean,
Dort.
That was my game though.
use
That was my
bulldozing
game. I
people.
was a Dort ass nigga.
Use a bulldog 3-and-D.
Exactly.
But that's the thing. These coaches are gonna make you make a Lou Dort beat you, make a Josh Giddey beat you. They're not gonna let Jay Will and Clay beat you. Vice versa, when we're talking about a team like the Warriors, for example, they're gonna say Draymond, make 5 threes this game. And to Draymond's credit, he's done that a couple times to win them some games. So we'll see how it goes.
Let's finish off, with the Dallas Mavericks Clippers series. What's your thoughts on that series? Who you
That's
got?
the one.
It's the best
That's
series.
the one
That's the
for
best
real.
series. That's the best series. Man, it's hard to really pick one there. Really, I really don't know. But since Kawhi hasn't been available and his first game back in a couple weeks will be game one, I'm gonna probably roll with the Mavs, man. Luka been busting their ass for a couple years now, and I think they
Yeah,
have no
with
answer.
Kyrie too as his Robin.
Kyrie as a and shit, and sometimes Kyrie be Batman. So,
No,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
Kyrie
gonna take
don't
the
take a
Mavs.
backseat to nobody.
Yeah, Kyrie is just he be out there just hooping. You give him the ball, he just go to work.
Nah,
Um,
for real.
I'm,
Efficiently too.
yes,
I'm gonna
he's
take
been great this year.
I'm gonna take the Mavs in that series. I think the Clippers think their
Damn,
mojo.
for real.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Mavs. Since the trade deadline, the Mavs have had the best defense in the league. Whereas
Really?
that's kind of where they struggled in the past is defense. They went and got Gafford. They went and got PJ Washington. Now they
Right.
got rim protection. They got size at the 4 spot. Um, so they can kind of help Luke out a little bit. Luka's, he's a liability. So they got a little help on the backside now. Um, so yeah, I'm definitely picking the Mavs to win that series. But obviously wouldn't be surprised if the Clippers, took it in 6 or 7 games. I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, my thing is if Kawhi is healthy though, Kawhi is the best player in this series. If he could play, I think they outmatched the Mavericks off the bench too. Russell Westbrook, he puts up some great hustle moments, hustle
Oh,
plays. Him and Norman Powell off the bench is
He's gonna
better
have some
than
big playoff
Matt. That's
minutes.
what I'm saying. Zubac, Plumlee, they got some. They're a deeper team.
yeah.
It just comes down to those stars, and if James Harden, if he's making Luca work defensively, he's giving Luca buckets, making him work on that side of the court. It might be tough. I like the Clippers. Ty Lue's a better coach too,
Oh
so
yeah, they're gonna try
I'm
to
gonna
go
go
after
Clippers
Luca
7.
every play.
Yeah,
Luca ain't guarding James Harden ass. Luca won't guard.
No, yeah.
Now they will be like, hey, because Luca gonna guard Terrence Mann, no questions about it. They'll have Terrence Mann come set some screens.
Terrence
So
Mann got to make him work.
Terrence
yeah,
Mann gonna be screen man then.
they gonna try to make him do set some screens and stuff, but they're not gonna. Jason Kidd ain't
Yeah.
gonna let Luca play 1-on-1 versus anybody on that team. They're gonna do some type of defensive coverage where there's icing the ball screens, feathering it, or maybe blitzing it and letting Luca get back. They're going to do something on the defensive end to not let Luca play 1-on-1 on defense because that's not what you want. He don't play no defense. So you don't want that. But I want to go back to a point you
Yeah.
just made when you said that, and I'm gonna sip my tea, aka Modelo.
Yeah, that was a bold
You
statement.
said you said Kawhi Leonard was the best player in the series. I want to go back to
If
that.
he's healthy, playoff Kawhi.
Playoff Kawhi? Fuck man, fuck Kawhi, bro.
When the last time we
He
seen
gave
playoff
up on the
Kawhi?
dude.
2021,
That's what I'm
2020.
saying.
Right after what was that where they was on a roll and then they actually won a few games after, but he tore his meniscus or
Yeah,
That was
some
some
last
shit.
year.
he had
That was
knee
last year.
inflammation. He was done. He was
That
done
was
for.
last year.
No,
Yeah.
that was
So
the
hey, Kawhi.
because
That
Yeah.
wasn't
Westbrook.
last year. It was two
It's been the
years
last
ago.
2 years. It's been he got hurt the last two
Yeah.
years. Last year he got
Yeah.
hurt. Westbrook. Him and PG got hurt last year. Westbrook was getting like 30 every playoff game last year. The year
Right,
before
right, right,
that,
Couple
right, right,
triple
he
right,
doubles
got
right.
too.
hurt. He got
They went
hurt.
to the conference
Terrence Mann,
finals.
Terrence Mann was going off. Yeah, that was the year before last. They went to the
Yes.
conference finals.
Yes, that's what I'm
Um,
talking about. Where they
Yeah.
went to the conference finals.
but
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say Luka's probably the best player in this series. No offense to
Oh
Kawhi.
yeah, I think so too.
Luka averages like 34, like 10 and 9. So I'm gonna get a nod to him. But
Okay.
I wouldn't be
That's fair.
surprised if Kawhi. I wouldn't be surprised if Kawhi, you know, became the best player in this series.
Oops.
Like I wouldn't be surprised if he hooped like the best
Right,
player in this
right.
series. That's no surprise. We know how he get down.
No.
Right now, I'm rolling with I'm gonna roll with Luka. I'm gonna roll with the white LeBron. But no
So
athleticism.
how many games we saying? How many games? So you
I'm,
got the Mavs. I got Clippers in 7. How many games, Ryan?
I'm gonna say Mavs in 5 or 6, bro. I'm gonna say they whoop
Not
their.
five. It ain't gonna be 5 games, even if
5 is
Kawhi don't
wild.
play.
It's got to be
All right,
some
I'll say
Clipper shit
six.
for
I'll
that
say
shit
six
to.
to be nice, but I really think that the Mavs are gonna dog walk their ass. I
Damn,
really
okay.
do.
What you say?
Clippers in 7.
Clippers in 7. All right, we gonna be watching this
I
shit.
think this is the best Clippers we've seen
It's the
thus
only
far.
chance they
I
got.
mean, you could say the conference finals, but
It's only shit.
I think
This
this
is
is
the
the
last
last
chance they got.
chance.
It's the last chance they
PG
got.
was healthy all year. Kawhi pretty healthy. Like everybody's locked and loaded. Should be no excuses.
If they lose, yeah, they it's done. Clippers are done. Paul
Yeah,
George is going somewhere else. I think they locked down PG, but yeah. So we're gonna keep following these playoff series. We're gonna keep breaking it down for you guys. Thank you, our NBA analyst, Ryan Wynn, for coming on. We appreciate it. And, we're going to stay following these series. It starts with tonight, the play-in tournament, and then the NFL draft next week. Hey, we're going to be giving you the content for sports. But that's all we got for the show today, guys. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, peace. Some people thought the NFC North was going to be the worst division in football this season. They thought it was going to be as bad as the NFC South.